In this video, I'm going to go over the issue that we've been seeing where the text fields on your sheet borders have just been turning blank. So I'm going to go over three things. I'm going to go over what the problem is, how to fix the problem, and how to prevent the problem from happening in the future. So first, for the actual problem, you'll see on the screen that these text fields are blank and they used to have values, and so you get into the file and you notice the values are just gone where they were there before, and you start freaking out, right? If I take a look at the properties of the cell, you'll notice that the shape element within the cell does not show that it has the item attached, which is what contains all of these properties. So right there is showing me that the item type is gone. So another thing to note here is if you're using like Sheet Manager, it's not going to show up in Sheet Manager either. So it's just item types are gone. So what you don't want to do is you don't want to come in here and edit the text element directly, right? So you don't want to come in here. This is a text field in this element that is linking to that property that disappeared, right? So if you come in here and delete that and overwrite it, it's now static text, no longer linked to that property. So do not do that. So I'll reset click because we don't want that to happen. Okay, so now the fix is actually quite easy. All we have to do is come in here and take a look at our item types. So I'll come to the search bar and I'll type in item, and I'm going to open up the item types dialog. Okay, so in here, what you'll notice is that the item type library is gray and there's no checkbox or triangle, which indicates that the whole entire library has been deleted locally from this file. So that is what caused the problem, right? The item types are gone. So all we have to do is come in here and click on this item type library and hit save to copy that into the file. Now you'll notice there's a green checkbox. Okay. So now if I take a look at my element properties for my sheet cell, you notice that shape now is showing that item. Okay, so I got my item type back. Now the last thing to do is get these fields to trigger to update. So you can do that a couple different ways. You could close and reopen the file, switch models, or you can actually come here and run this update all fields. That'll trigger the fields to update, and you notice all of those values are coming back. Okay, so very easy to fix if it happened to you. Now, the third thing I want to go over is how to prevent this from happening, or what actually caused this to happen. And so what we found is that if you compressed your file, so if you come up to your compress settings or options, and you have unused item type libraries checked on, when you compress the file, so I'll just do that right now, what it does is it doesn't realize that you're using this item type because it is on an element within the cell. So it's not searching deep enough so the software doesn't realize that it's supposed to keep it. And so if I take a look at my item types again, you'll notice that it is, doesn't have that checkbox anymore. So it purged it from the local file. So just a quick recap, do not compress settings with unused item type libraries checked on, as that causes the problem. And if it does happen to you, all you have to do is copy your item type library back into the file.